A recession can hit hard and fast. Job losses, inflation, rising debt, and economic uncertainty. If you're not prepared, you could struggle to put food on the table and keep a roof over your head. But if you are prepared, you can weather the storm just like any other SHTF scenario. Today, we're talking about how to survive a recession the prepper way, by securing food, money, and essential supplies before the crisis gets worse. Before we dive in, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more survival strategies. 1. Understanding the recession threat. A recession isn't just a financial buzzword. It's an economic downturn that can last for months or even years. Job losses rise, inflation eats away at savings, and debt becomes harder to manage. If you think this can't affect you, think again. Even if you have a steady job now, that can change overnight. The key to surviving a recession is preparation, not reaction. Preppers approach financial downturns the same way they approach any crisis, by planning ahead, securing resources, and maintaining self-sufficiency. The best time to prepare for a recession is before it hits. But even if you're already feeling the effects, there are steps you can take to minimize the damage. The first step is recognizing the signs: layoffs increasing, businesses closing, and consumer confidence dropping. Governments might try to reassure the public, but history shows that recessions can be brutal. By staying ahead of the curve, you can protect yourself and your family from the worst financial hardships. In the next sections, we'll cover everything from cutting expenses and stockpiling essentials to recession-proofing your income and building a bartering network. The goal? To ensure that no matter how bad things get, you stay in control. 2. Cut expenses now. Live below your means. The first rule of surviving a recession is to cut unnecessary expenses immediately. Many people live paycheck to paycheck, but a recession makes financial survival even more critical. The less money you need to live, the easier it will be to weather the storm. Start by tracking your spending. Where is your money actually going? Cancel unnecessary subscriptions, eat at home instead of dining out, and switch to generic brands. If you're paying for a gym membership, consider working out at home or in a local park. Next, reduce big expenses. If you have a high car payment, consider selling your vehicle and buying something more affordable. Refinancing your mortgage or downsizing your home can also free up extra cash. A leaner budget now means fewer financial headaches later. Many people wait until they have to cut expenses, but by then, it's often too late. Being proactive gives you more control over your finances and ensures you can survive for longer if things get worse. Living below your means doesn't mean living poorly, it means living smart. By adopting a frugal lifestyle now, you'll be better equipped to handle whatever comes next. 3. Stockpile essentials, while prices are low. Inflation makes everything more expensive, so buying now before prices rise is crucial. Start with food that has a long shelf life: rice, beans, pasta, canned goods, and freeze-dried meals. Don't forget about toiletries, cleaning supplies, and over-the-counter medicine. A well-stocked pantry means you won't feel the pinch of rising grocery prices. Beyond food, think about non-perishables that will become expensive or hard to find. Basic medical supplies, vitamins, and hygiene products should be stocked in bulk. Water is another critical resource. Store bottled water and consider investing in a water filtration system. Gas prices can spike during a recession, so having an extra supply of fuel can be beneficial. If possible, store fuel safely and learn how to extend your vehicle's mileage through efficient driving techniques. The goal of stockpiling isn't to panic buy. It's to gradually build a surplus of necessary items so you don't have to rely on stores when times get tough. When everyone else is scrambling to afford basic supplies, you'll already have what you need. 4. Make your income recession-proof. Job losses are a hallmark of every recession. That's why it's critical to diversify your income. Relying on a single paycheck is risky. If that income stream dries up, you could be in serious trouble. Start by exploring side hustles. Can you freelance online, sell handmade goods, or do odd jobs in your community? Even small streams of income can add up over time. Next, consider recession-proof careers. Healthcare, repairs, and essential services tend to survive economic downturns better than luxury industries. If you have skills in plumbing, electrical work, or auto repair, you're in a stronger position than someone working in a non-essential field. Another option is learning new skills that can be monetized. Online courses, coding, graphic design, or even basic handyman skills can provide financial security when traditional jobs are scarce. By creating multiple income sources, you reduce your dependence on any single employer and increase your financial resilience. 5. Reduce and eliminate debt. Debt is a financial trap that gets worse during a recession. Credit card interest rates are high, and missing payments can ruin your financial future. The best way to survive a downturn is to eliminate debt as quickly as possible. Start with high-interest debt. Credit cards, payday loans, and personal loans should be paid down first. If you can, make extra payments to reduce your balance faster. For larger debts like mortgages and car loans, consider refinancing for lower interest rates. If you have student loans, look into deferment or income-based repayment options. Cutting back on unnecessary spending can free up more money to put toward debt payments. The less debt you carry into a recession, the more financial flexibility you'll have. A debt-free lifestyle means fewer monthly obligations, less stress, and more control over your finances. 6. Invest wisely. Protect your wealth. A recession can wipe out wealth overnight. If you've got investments, diversification is key. Don't put all your money in the stock market. Consider other assets that hold value during downturns. Gold and silver have historically been safe havens during economic crises. While they won't make you rich, they can help protect your purchasing power. Real estate can also be a smart investment if done correctly. If you already own property, renting out extra space can create an additional income stream. Cryptocurrency is another option, but it carries high volatility. Only invest what you can afford to lose. Your best investment? Yourself. Learning new skills, acquiring useful tools, and strengthening your self-sufficiency are all recession-proof investments that will pay off no matter what happens. 7. Build a bartering and trade network. When money becomes tight, bartering can become an essential survival tool. During a recession, people may be more willing to trade goods and services rather than rely solely on cash. That's why building a bartering network now is crucial. Start by identifying skills and items that hold value. Can you repair appliances, cut hair, sew clothes, or grow food? These are all skills that can be traded. Essential items like canned food, batteries, medical supplies, and even fuel can also serve as bartering currency. Join local prepping groups, community swap meets, or online forums to connect with like-minded individuals. During tough times, having a reliable network can mean the difference between struggling and thriving. A strong bartering system ensures that even if your income is reduced, you can still access essential supplies. Plus, it builds community resilience, something that's incredibly important when everyone is facing economic hardship. In addition to trading tangible goods, remember that knowledge is power. Teaching someone how to garden, repair tools, or preserve food can be just as valuable as a physical trade. 8. Strengthen mental and physical resilience. Surviving a recession isn't just about money, it's about mindset and health. Stress, anxiety, and uncertainty can wear you down, making it harder to stay motivated and proactive. That's why mental and physical preparedness is just as important as financial readiness. First, develop a strong mental attitude. Understand that recessions are temporary, and survival is about adapting. Meditation, journaling, or simply staying informed without doom scrolling can help maintain a clear mind. Next, focus on physical preparedness. Healthcare costs rise during economic downturns, so staying in good health can save you thousands of dollars. Eat nutritious food, stay active, and make use of at-home workouts instead of gym memberships. If medical care becomes expensive, basic first aid skills and home remedies can be invaluable. Stockpile over-the-counter medications, vitamins, and learn how to treat minor injuries yourself. A healthy mind and body will help you navigate financial hardship with resilience. If you stay physically fit and mentally sharp, you'll be in a much better position to handle whatever comes next. 9. Emergency financial planning. Prepare for the worst. Even with the best preparation, emergencies happen. That's why having an emergency financial plan is critical. Start by building an emergency fund, ideally 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses. If that's not possible, save whatever you can. Every dollar counts. If you're already struggling, focus on securing essential bills, rent, utilities, and food. Make a list of your absolute necessities and cut back on everything else. Contact service providers and negotiate lower rates or payment plans. Consider alternative banking options like credit unions, which often have lower fees than major banks. Having some cash on hand is also important in case banks limit withdrawals or digital systems go down. For those with investments, avoid panic selling. Market downturns are scary, but historically, they always recover. If you have extra funds, a recession can actually be a great time to invest in undervalued assets. Plan ahead so that when things get tough, you already have a strategy in place. The more you prepare now, the less you'll have to scramble later. 10. Alternative survival strategies. Thinking outside the box. If a recession drags on, creative survival strategies can help you stay ahead. Think beyond traditional income and survival tactics. One option is to embrace a low-cost, minimalist lifestyle. This doesn't mean living uncomfortably. It means focusing only on what truly matters. Renting out a room, downsizing your home, or even living in a camper or tiny house can significantly reduce expenses. Growing your own food is another game changer. Even a small backyard garden or a few pots of herbs and vegetables can lower your grocery bill. If you have space, raising chickens for eggs or rabbits for meat can provide a sustainable food source. For transportation, consider biking, carpooling, or using public transit instead of maintaining an expensive vehicle. Energy-saving measures like solar panels or wood-burning stoves can also help lower long-term costs. And finally, if the recession is hitting hard, be willing to relocate. Some areas have lower living costs and better job opportunities. Being mobile and adaptable can open doors that staying in one place won't. The key to surviving any economic downturn is adaptability. The more creative and flexible you are, the better positioned you'll be to survive, even thrive, while others struggle. Stay ready, stay prepared. A recession is like any other survival challenge. It's all about preparation and adaptability. By cutting expenses, stockpiling essentials, securing income, and strengthening your community, you can weather the storm and come out stronger on the other side. If this video helped you, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss out on more prepping strategies. Stay safe, stay ready, and I'll see you in the next one.